This is getting dangerous.
The game is fun.
Wow! Superplex! That is a long way down, guys.
So, I'm recording this video, and it's so hot in Britain right now. It's ridiculous. I want to die. I don't want to be alive anymore. I've nearly finished exams as well. GCSE is nearly over. I've got one more on Thursday, the day after I'm recording this video. And then I'm done. I have 2 months free to myself. I'm going on holiday for a week during that time, so that'd be nice. But apart from that, everything else is basically the same. I just sit at home and be lonely. Like, so nothing really changes to me. What I wanted to talk about in this video is DLC. DLC is something you either love or you either hate. This all comes down to whether the studio developing the game does it right or they do it wrong. A lot of times, studios do it wrong. Now, I want to bring to light a good studio that have done it right. CD Projekt Red. CD Projekt Red made The Witcher 3, The Witcher 2. They're currently working on Cyberpunk 2077, which it looks really, really good. I think the trailer we got about 4 years ago. But that's hard at work in development right now. And yeah, but the way they did DLC in their games was very, very well received because they did it well. They had 16 upfront DLCs from the launch of the game to Hearts of Stone. I believe they had 16 free DLCs. Now these weren't, huge expansion packs. They were new character skins. So if you wanted to replay the game, you could replay them, and your characters like Yennefer and such would have different skins, which was nice. It was cool, and they had 16 of these. So, and I think they added a few quests here and there, which was nice if you'd done most of the main game. Then they released Hearts of Stone, which was great. I played through that. It was a lot of fun. It had a lot of content for a DLC. Normally I think the only other studio that does DLCs like this is Bethesda, excluding the Workshop DLCs, but they did Far Harbor and Nuka World really well. And then they released Blood and Wine. Blood and Wine was bigger than The Witcher 2. It was bigger than one of their games, and it was incredible. I have finished it. I started playing it and then I kind of got caught up with exams, so I never really got to finish it. But from what I played about 10 hours of it, and I hadn't even begun to start the thing. There's so much in it. There's so many quests. There's so many things to do. It's a whole nother game, and it doesn't cost a ridiculous amount. So let's move on to bad DLC. I want to be talking about Activision in this, since they're pretty hot in the news recently. But let's talk about Modern Warfare Remastered, the Variety Map Pack, which costs more than it did in 2007, which is scary. It costs more than it did then, and it costs more than Blood and Wine. It's a strange comparison. Obviously, these two franchises are very, very different, and they do things differently, and they're completely separate things. But it's incredible how different studios have different outtakes and outlooks on things. Like, their point of view is so different. We've got CD Projekt Red releasing huge expansions with so much to do and so much content, and they put all of their love into this. And then Activision, who just made maps in a new engine, made them look pretty, and churned them out for more than they cost. And now they're releasing Modern Warfare Remastered outside of the Infinite Warfare bundle on its own. Makes me want to die. When you hear this, $40, which is I don't know, probably about £35 in Britain. Don't know how many euros. And we're assuming that does not include the DLCs. You'll probably get a few supply drops, which are its own thing to talk about, which just more aids. It's Call of Duty is just pay to win at this point. You pay for supply drops to get these ridiculous weapons. It's a lot like in Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 the supply drop system was atrocious. I liked the game mainly just for zombies. Me and my friend would play a lot of zombies, but the supply drop system, they had the weapon bribe, but you could only get one of them, and then you couldn't do it again, and that took about 15 hours of grinding. If you weren't playing very much like me, plus the PC was it had a lot of performance issues. Infinite Warfare, apparently it has less performance issues, but that's not the point. I haven't played Infinite Warfare, nor have I played Modern Warfare Remastered, but from what I can see from other YouTubers, the game is fun, but not without its flaws. The flaws mainly concerning the DLCs. And there are other studios, DICE and the Battlefield franchise and the games in the past, the whole premium model, which we're seeing leaving, actually, the season pass model with Battlefront 2, which is releasing later this year. All the DLC is going to be free. Though I guess we can look forward to some microtransactions, but as long as they don't add new weapons in, which I don't think they're going to do, as long as it's cosmetics and star cards and they don't give you a huge gameplay advantage, so whoever pays the most is going to come out on top. That's not what we want, and from the looks of it, that's not what it's going to be like. It's going to be focused around extra star cards and whatever they do and different abilities and stuff. So they're doing it right. With Battlefield 1 we had the premium model, which we've seen with Battlefield 4 and Battlefield 3 and Battlefield Hardline, especially with Battlefield Hardline, the player counts just drop tremendously because people have already paid, in America, $60 for a game. Then there's the season pass, which is another $40, or you can get the digital deluxe edition and the season pass. That's like $120 you're spending on one game. And if they add microtransactions into the mix, you're not even getting the full game. I remember a time when you just buy a game and there you go, you had it and you just play it, and that was fun. Now I'm not saying Battlefield is a bad game. I love it. I have hundreds of hours, and I still play Battlefield 1 today. I was playing it yesterday actually. I'm planning to play it after I've recorded this. I like the game, but I think with different genres and different types of games, generally we see DLC work differently, and admittedly it has to be worked differently for it to suit the players playing the games. People that play FPS games may not play RPGs, and people that play RPGs may not play FPS games. I play both of them, so I've kind of experienced both sides of the genres. But for me, it's very mixed bag. If you're playing RPGs, generally single player games tend to have bigger expansions that cost maybe a little bit more. Normally DLCs for games like, for example, Star Wars Battlefront, the DLCs I think cost Britain like $11.99, which was a fair price. If you didn't buy the season pass, you get it I think 2 weeks after it came out, and you could pay individually for it if you didn't have the full £40 for the season pass, which was nice. It was a nice deal. They also did free weekends with the game. I think once they released Star Wars Battlefront, they started to realise, this isn't working. People don't like the season pass model, and we've 100% seen that with Battlefield 1 with premium friends, and then we have premium trials where you can try out the DLC maps. It's blatantly clear they've got halfway through Battlefield 1 and realised, well shit, people don't want this, so how can we fiddle around with the game to make it so people without the DLC can have a chance of playing these maps. It's clear, 21 million, I believe it is, people have bought Battlefield 1, and the concurrent player base, across all platforms, it's still in a six-figure, and the people saying that Battlefield 1 is dead, they are 100% wrong. The game is doing really, really well for itself, but it's blatantly obvious that the season pass model and premium as a whole has really had an impact on the franchise. And I think after Battlefield 2 and into 2018, when we see a new Battlefield game, about this time next year, we will see a much better game, a much more fleshed out game, hopefully one with a bit more content than Battlefield 1, because Battlefield 1 has proved that it has got a bit boring, especially with the two DLCs we know about being 6 months apart. It took 6 months for the game to get its first DLC, 6 months to get its next DLC. We could be well into Battlefield 2's life cycle before we get all the DLCs, which is worrying for the game, because I feel like we're not going to get all of it for a very long time, and this is just going to further just make the game just unplayable, because you've already played the game 1,000,001 times before. So yeah, so my thoughts on DLC: it has to be worked differently. Games have to do it their own way, but they have to do it right. They have to do it in the interest of the consumer. obviously the aim of a business is to make money, is to make profit. We know that. I understand that. There are people that don't understand that, and that's why a lot of people get very annoyed. But we have to understand that a company without money can't bring us the games we love. So we have to take that into account. However, companies are starting to get greedier. They are finding more and more ways to squeeze money out of their consumers and to squeeze money out of people that have bought the game already. And I think we should really just be going backwards in this way. If people buy the game, they spend $60 on the game, they should be getting a full game with lots of content to keep them busy. Yes, release a I don't know, $15, $12 expansion pack maybe down the line, a couple of them, but don't, give us enough content in the base game, some free DLCs and some new maps, which we've seen DICE do a lot of with Giant Shadow with Battlefield 1 and the Battle of Jakku with Star Wars Battlefront 1. We've seen them implement this free DLC to kind of keep people playing. Star Wars Battlefront, obviously, there was barely any weapons, which was a big factor. They didn't really fix, but they started to really do it with the DLCs. What I'm saying is companies really need to sort out what they're doing with DLC and to make it much fairer for the consumer, to keep them interested, to keep them playing the games. And yeah, that's all I really have to say on the topic. Leave your thoughts and stuff in the comments below. Obviously now exams are finished, I'll have much more time to record videos and to get gameplay and maybe start a Let's Play series soon, if I feel so inclined. We'll get some time to play a game. And yeah, I'll see you all later.